Goobers, it's me, your favorite goober, and I think I can make this Yap video much shorter than I thought. I'm gonna try to do my best here. I mentioned I was gonna yap about my manga, so I'm gonna get straight into it. I want to give a little bit of context. This series is, and started out as, an action series. It is most certainly something that fits into the shonen genre. That's not going to change. It's going to remain an action series. Uh, However, right, one thing I wanted to do was I wanted to implement romance into it. I really wanted the idea of romance to be a key factor within the story, and I even have a whole timeline of events for the main character and their love interest. Uh, at the beginning of the series, they're complete strangers, and by the end of the series, there may or may not be two children, right? It is going to develop over the course of the whole series. I intend for them to get married in the middle of the series, or maybe a little later, but they are going to get married during the active run. You're not going to have to wait till the very end to get one panel of your favorite characters together with a time skip. No, I want to have something that happens during the story. So, because I'd already been messing around with the whole idea of romance, it reminded me of one of my favorite genres of anime to watch, which is romance animes. I enjoy good romance, I enjoy good rom-com, slice of life is something that I enjoy. And it got me thinking, like, is there a way that I could implement slice of life into my action series? Now, I think I have a few ways that I could go about doing it that wouldn't be too bad, and I'll probably try to explore them. But overall, the point of this is that I wanted to kind of open a discussion on, you know, what it would feel like for the reader, and would it be super discouraging to be introduced to a series? It starts off heavily as a shonen, and it maybe lasts for a while before we reach a point where I can transition into a slice of life for a little bit before transitioning back into the action. And during those slice of life moments, obviously the story's going to slow down. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of things I can do within a slice of life. There's plenty of drama that can be brought up, there's plenty of character development that I can have. I can even have a perfect excuse to explore a bunch of side characters while doing these slice of life segments. Um, but during the process of releasing the series, right? Let's assume I do like a weekly series, maybe bi-weekly, um, and you're fully caught up. You can't just like skip past the slice of life when it's releasing. It's going to take however long, and that might be very discouraging for some people who don't like the slice of life, who just want to see the action. To each their own. That's totally fine. But then, other side of the coin, when I wrap up the slice of life and we're back into the action, maybe some people are going to be, disappointed. They're going to be like, oh man, no. And I'm just worried that that kind of reader experience could be very discouraging. I do understand that I'm not supposed to write a story for everybody, because then it's a story that works for nobody. But still, I like to consider the potential feedback from it. And I don't know. It's just been something that's been on my mind. I've been curious about because I don't necessarily know how it would be received. Even if I myself as an individual would totally engage with a series that would do exactly what I would do. And maybe that's all that I need to know is that I would engage with it. I could potentially enjoy it. Um, so I guess maybe with that in mind, I should just run with it. And regardless, I understand that there's going to be an audience that's probably going to like it. There's going to be an audience that does not care, and there's going to be an audience that hates it. That's just the way things are. So maybe I should just not worry about it. But I don't know. It's been on my mind. It's been, what I've been curious about as of late. So that's everything for today. Very simple. I was able to make that much, much, much shorter. So, yeah, with that being said, good night and good luck. Bye bye.